welcome back. Joining us now are owners of Beacon Grille, Bruce and Amanda Wizella, with details on their upcoming Halloween event. Thank you so much for coming in today, you two.
Thanks for having us again.
Of course. Well, first, for our viewers that missed your last appearance, can you just tell us about Beacon Grille?
Absolutely. So we are the newest restaurant on Allen. We're almost right on the corner of Allen and Elmwood between Casa Azul and ABV, two really great neighbors. So it's kind of been a lifelong dream. We just opened up our first restaurant together, husband and wife. So it's been a really fun, long journey, and we're excited to be here.
And they haven't killed each other yet, but you do have a Halloween event coming up that's quite spooky, and it seems like you might be practicing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell us about the event.
Well, the event is called An Evening with Hannibal Lecter, and it's one of my favorite movies, and I'm sure a lot of people have seen Silence of the Lambs. And I've always had the philosophy of, you know, if you're going to cook an animal, none of it should go to waste, or as little of it should go to waste as possible. So I've figured I would try and elevate all those cuts that people typically don't use and incorporate it into a nice 7-course tasting dinner that we're going to offer with wine pairings on October 28th.
Very nice. Okay, so tell us what you're making for us today.
Well, this is actually going to be one of the courses. So it's, as Hannibal Lecter said, the most prized possession. Most prized part of any animal is their cheeks. So we have pork cheeks.
Okay.
So what I did is I made some palm puree, which is, you know, nice, smooth, fancy mashed potatoes, a lot of butter, a lot of cream, good amount of salt. And here we have the braised pork cheeks, which is basically just like a nice little medallion of meat that you get from any other part of the pig. And we just braise it slowly with some port wine, red wine, some of the juices that we made from the stock. And then we have these beautiful heirloom carrots that we're going to serve it with as well, and just garnish it with some fresh herbs. So I'll plate one up for you.
Yeah, go ahead. And you kind of mentioned it, but how are you elevating these kind of odd cuts of meat for your culinary experience?
Well, I mean, we're pairing it with some really great wines, and the preparations we use, such as like we have some of our charcuterie here that we make in house, which is a country pate, which is basically fancy Spam.
Okay.
It's ground pork, some liver, dried cherries. It's all wrapped in bacon. It's really delicious. We have some of our hamon and our truffle salumi and our fennel salumi.
Okay.
And that's one of our hamons that we got from one of the pigs from Always Something Farm. We cured it, and that's about 24 months old aged.
Guys, you know, most of the time they say you're supposed to get rid of the body. You're not supposed to come in and bring it on television.
We brought the evidence with us.
You brought the evidence. That's okay.
Hide in plain sight. There you go.
Now, is this the first time you're doing one of these types of dinners?
It is. It's our first event, and we figured what better time than to have a theme like this. Like I said, then Halloween.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to have this on the 28th. We got some beautiful carrots here.
Now, obviously, this is like an even more kind of elevated dining experience, but truly coming into Beacon Grille, I've eaten there before. It was delicious.
Thank
you guys
you.
really do have, it is kind of a culinary experience, even on a regular night. Tell us a little bit about your menu.
Thank you. So we have a really eclectic menu. The restaurant features a wood fire oven and a wood fire grill. They're in the dining room and present. So anytime you come into the restaurant, you'll be able to see Bruce and the rest of our guys and gals cooking. The fire is usually raging, beautiful, smells good, gives extra flavor to absolutely everything.
Smells so good.
And this dinner is just a fun way to kind of kick off the Halloween season and do something a little bit different. Wine dinners are usually a little bit frilly, right? So this one's going to be a little bit more stripped down and honestly really comforting. Like this, to me, it is pork cheeks. But to me, it's going to be like the best pot roast you've ever tasted.
and what cheeks are these?
Pork.
For one end.
Oh, the face.
The face.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
You know, what I was always found interesting is so many people love ham, but then when you mention, you know, eating part of the head, they get a little weirded out. But I've always found it out that people, you know, have a problem with eating the part of the pig where the food goes in, but they have no problem eating the part of the pig where the food comes out, which always, you know it should be the other way around.
You would think, right? And now, when I was eating at your restaurant, there was a really cool dining experience that you have to call ahead from. Do you guys still have know that?
Yes. So we do a full pig head or a half pig head dinner. You can order in advance over the phone. We need 48 hours notice. We can cook it one of three ways, either a Mexican style, Asian style, or barbecue style.
Oh, wow.
It can feed up to 8 people. We actually have a group tonight. They're coming in 15
2
of
pig
them.
heads.
2. They're doing 2 full pig heads.
We've got another one tomorrow night as well.
And another one tomorrow night as well. So it's been pretty popular. It started out out of necessity. Our pig farmer said, I have heads. Nobody really wants to buy them, knows how to use them. Can you help me? And it's almost been a little too successful. We need too many heads.
I'm having
we
a hard
shouldn't have
time
talked
keeping up
about
sometimes.
Okay, here goes to this little piggy. That's good.
It's so good, right?
That is really good.
So good.
Okay. This is
sorry.
so much fun. The event is happening October 9th.
Sorry.
28th.
Today's the 9th. The 28th.
Yep.
Thank you so much for coming in. Again, viewers, for more information, you can visit beacongrille716.com for tickets to an evening with Hannibal Lecter. You can find them at Eventbrite.
And our Instagram page as well.
And your Instagram as well. Well, thank you guys so much for coming
Thanks
in.
so much.
Thanks for having us.